Miguel Dorati here at the iBop Vaults, and going to hit you with another video blog here. We're going to do a look at May 23rd's UFC 187. The fight card has been rebuilt, and there's a swirl of controversy around Jon Jones and how he was headlining this event. Obviously, it lost a little bit of its gloss, but it's still one of the best events of the year, and it's headlined by two title fights. The new light heavyweight fight. Personally, I don't think this should be the main event, but they are calling the show Johnson versus Cormier. They will be fighting for Jon Jones' vacant title. Johnson is at plus 120 with Cormier at minus 140. 5-rounder, obviously, the over-under is at 2.5, with the over paying minus 150 and the under at plus 120. The reason I wouldn't put it as a main event is because it is for a vacant title. Neither of these guys have held a belt before. It's a 5-round fight, let them go, but I think the second title fight with Weidman at middleweight, Chris Weidman is the champion. He's defended the belt. He's an incoming champion. He's fighting a UFC legend, really, in Vitor Belfort. Star power and everything, that fight belongs as the main event. However, I think the UFC does it by weight, so, the light heavyweight, by virtue of being heavier, is there. But Belfort is a big underdog in his bout with Weidman. He's at plus 375. Weidman's returning at minus 470. The over-under is 2.5, with the over paying plus 110 and the under at minus 140. Getting into the matchups here, Johnson and Cormier. I don't know if I wouldn't favor Johnson in this fight. Johnson has basically been undefeated and untouched since moving to light heavyweight. He's got all this baggage around him because of his problems making weight. But, I mean, he's fought 155-pounders. He's fought Rich Clemente in his career. He's fought guys at 170 pounds. He's fought, 185 pounds. He struggled to make weight. Actually, the middleweight fight, he didn't even make weight at 185. So he's always been a light heavyweight. And he's on a perfect 9-0 streak. He's strong. He hits hard. He was losing a lot of power going down. He didn't have a reputation as a massive hitter, but he's really come into his own as a light heavyweight. Cormier coming off the loss, I think it would be better overall for things if Johnson won the belt and put some new blood into the division. At middleweight, Weidman is the big favorite, obviously, and you got Belfort. Belfort is really going to be interesting to see what he brings to the table in this fight. He's also approaching 40 years old at this point. He hasn't fought in a year and a half. The controversy here is when he was scheduled to fight a year and a half ago, he knocked out Dan Henderson, third knockout in a row. He was being talked about for a title fight, and then all this TRT therapy, testosterone replacement therapy stuff got banned, and Belfort was a known user. He admitted it, he had the exemption, and he used it. So now he's got a year and a half to get off of that stuff. And at 38 years old with a long layoff, is he going to be as sharp as he always was? He always counted on his fast hands. That's basically his key to victory, is probably to knock out Weidman. I don't think he's going to be able to get him to the ground for a submission. Weidman, savvy wrestler and things like that. I think this fight stays standing, and Belfort's going to have to try and knock him out. Weidman's been walking through people, has not been able to avoid the injury bug, but if he gets into the ring here at this point, it's less than 2 weeks away. Hopefully he's chilling out on his training and he makes this fight. Once he's in the ring, he's been really delivered every single time. So we will see how that goes. Anyway, that's a look at the UFC 187 main events, a little bit in advance. We'll look at them again next week and see if those lines have fluctuated either way. I could see Johnson picking up maybe a head of steam. Maybe some money comes in on Belfort as well, since he's starting to get to be a big underdog. Talk to you guys afterwards.